So Carol, we're at Gardeners World Live and we're surrounded by so much inspiration in the form of wonderful gardens, but also amazing plants. And you're a mad keen plants woman. So
You've noticed?
I have. What's particularly caught your eye?
Well, first of all, what's so lovely about this year is it is late.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost September, so we're seeing a whole range of different plants from those we see
So
usually.
ordinarily Gardeners World would be June.
Mid-June.
And then you get all that crossover between spring plants and summer plants, don't you? But here at the end of the year, this year, in sort of August, September, there's all this wonderful, vibrant colour, isn't
and
there?
autumn is creeping in.
Yeah.
So you've got, I mean, in this garden here, you've got these beautiful rudbeckia, bright yellow.
Those rudbeckias are a real standout, and I've got them in my garden, dotted around through the garden, so my eye is taken through the garden in that progressive way. But also this aster over here.
But that rudbeckia is fulgida, isn't it?
Yes.
Fulgida demii, something like that. Yeah. And dead easy, really perennial, keeps going for ages and ages, years and years.
And I think I originally got my plant of that from you.
Did you really?
Yeah, and so it's been split up over the years.
Yeah.
And that's how I've spread it around the garden. But I was just going to say about the aster here. So you love asters as well, don't you?
I do. Aster means star, doesn't it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like astral.
Oh, yeah. But they've changed their names.
They have, but we can't be bothered with them because they're asters as far as we're concerned.
Yeah.
So the beginning of the Michaelmas daisy season, although this is a bit of an exception, it's a wood aster, so it'll even coat with a little bit of shade. And I grow this one at home called Divaricatus, and it sprawls. But I think this is a new selection of it because it's quite upright. Wasn't that lovely, those clouds of white?
You might
Utterly
sneak
beautiful.
one of those home then, do you think?
Oh, I might if I'm alone.
And what about Japanese anemones later in the season? They're a really good plant, aren't they? A really reliable plant.
Exactly, and you would never ever have seen them in June, really.
Yeah.
Now is their time, they're doing their thing. And that has to be one of my favourites, Hurrion Jobert. Pure white. Now, people who've got them say they spread everywhere, you know, and they sound a bit resentful. But if you're trying to get them started, then this is the place to come. Because if your grandma hands you some over the garden wall of big old root, they very often won't establish, will they?
That's true, because the root is too woody, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you need that fibrous root to get things going. And of course, the great fact is that we've got the plant marquee at Gardeners World Live, so you can see the inspiration from a lot of the plants in the gardens.
Yeah.
And then invariably go in and buy the
You
plants.
can go in and
marquee.
buy them inside. You can buy them outside too, because there are loads more stands and stalls outside. Plants everywhere.
And all these expert growers, you know, their knowledge is really important, isn't it?
Well, that's the difference probably between going to a supermarket and and whatever, where nobody really knows about the plants. You know, they might tell you about your cornflakes or your rice, but here you've got all the people who actually grow those plants. And it's not just that, but they're so willing to give you that information and to encourage you to grow those things.
And I guess you can be really sure that you're getting the right plants that are rightly and correctly labelled, and that you really can make sure that you're getting what you're paying for effectively.
Yeah,
you're not going to be passed off with a pup, are you?
No, you're not. And also, you're going to be advised. I mean, I used to exhibit here, and occasionally I would refuse to sell something to somebody because they told me perhaps that they were gardening in real shade and they wanted to grow something that was a sun lover.
Yeah.
So people will give you that info too.
Yeah.
And that's vital, isn't it?
So I think Gardeners World all round is a great place to come and find plants.
It sure is. Couldn't be better.